tip-off goes to Montreal. Here's Lou. Six on the shot clock. Fires for three. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Pass to Murray. E with the steal. Clinging with it. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up two.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Here's Klingon. Here's Lou. And another three for Montreal.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's McDaniel. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Evans moving the ball around. Here's Jump. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Pass to E. It's hauled in by Athens. Outside, Hero. Here's Jump. That one's not going to go.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's E. Up and in on the layup.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
The three for Morrow.
Anthony Morrow.
Another three for Athens.
3 points.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Now, here's Walker. Out of bounds. Athens takes possession.
The ball goes to Athens.
Athens trails by 5. Pass to Morrow. From past the arc. Misses the one-handed jam.
And, you know, he just got a little ahead of himself on that one. How does a great finisher not dunk that ball? I still can't figure that one out.
Now here's Murray. Puts up a deep three. Rebounded by E.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
The ball goes to Athens.
Out of bounds. Athens takes possession. There's 48 seconds left here in the first half. To the middle. And he jams it with authority.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Out of bounds. The ball
Out of
goes to
bounds. Athens takes possession. Athens trails by 3. Fires the 3. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Outside, Walker. Six to shoot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Athens ball.
Six seconds left to play in the first half. From deep, Morrow hits it from three-point range. Morrow's got the lead up to 3 now for Athens.
That's the end of the second quarter.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Athens ahead. They're up by 3 and will return shortly. Here's Hero.
Anthony Morrow.
And here's Montreal. 6-point game. To the right side. Here's Lou. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. And here is Hero. Inside.
Anthony Morrow.
And here's Montreal. Here's Lou. Pass to McDaniel. And Murray's got the ball here for Athens. Here's Morrow.
Anthony Morrow.
Walker with it. Out of bounds. Athens takes possession.
Athens ball.
Here's Morrow.
Anthony Morrow.
Here's Lou. To the wing right side. Shot clock at 6. Now Hero. Pass to Morrow.
Anthony Morrow.
Now here's Walker. Out of bounds. Athens takes possession.
Athens ball.
Yet another miscalculation. They are really their own worst enemy right now. It's why they find themselves way behind.
Back to Hero.
Tyler Hero. 3.
And here's Montreal. It's a 13-point game. Out of bounds. Athens takes
The
possession.
ball goes to Athens.
Here's Morrow.
Anthony Morrow.
Pass to McDaniel. And here's Walker. Out of bounds. Athens takes possession.
Athens ball.
And here is Hero. Here's Morrow. Athens moving the ball around. Now E. Down low. Ball stolen. Outside Hero.
Sagana Jock. 3 points.
Walker with it. Out of bounds. Athens takes possession.
The ball goes to Athens.
Now Athens with it.
Anthony Morrow.
So it's Athens winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they like to be home. Please exit the building.
At home, I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Now here's Hollins.
Johnson.
And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Here's McDaniel. Pass to Klingon. Shoots over Johnson. Off target with the jump hook. Here's Shireman. Unable to get that one.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Here's Lou. Tries again. That's good on the jump shot.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw, no good.
Shooting for the away team.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
Boy, that's not the result I would have predicted. Usually you can take those to the bank when he's at the line.
Johnson outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 5 points so far.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Here's E. Pass to Lou. Klingon with it. Over Vujicic. Nice follow through on the fadeaway.
You know, he had room to operate, but added a little fade on that shot just for good measure.
Second shot opportunity. Hollins can't get it to go.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Here's Vujicic, and he goes in for the dunk.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Here he goes. Hollins can't get it to go. Montreal trails by 3. Here's E. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Clearly a foul.
Montreal shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. First one falls for.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes both free throws.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Here's Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
D. Brown.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Lou. Buries the long-range jumper. Lou's got 5 now.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Itadze. It's not going to go for him. Here's Lou. 5 points in the game. And the layup is good. He has 7.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Working close, find a way to score.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Got a hand on it. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Hartenstein. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
It could go. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
11.
Montreal ahead. They're up by 2. And we'll be back right after this. Now E. Clinging with it. Pass to Lou. Collins with the block. And it's out of bounds to Montreal. They'll retain possession. Here's McDaniel. Some nice passing by Montreal here. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Hollins.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for the away team. Ryan Hollins. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Hollins. Here's Lou. On the wing, Walker. Stepped in the line, out of bounds there, and that will cost him the possession. Now Vujicic.
A.J. Johnson. Assist from Sasha Vujicic.
And here's Montreal. Left side Walker. He couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. The visitors with the ball. Pass to Johnson.
A.J. Johnson. 3 points.
Here's Lou. And they turn it over. Stepped in the line that time.
The ball goes to the away team.
Here's Vujicic. Johnson outside. And it goes out of bounds following the shot.
The ball goes to the away team.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Montreal. And he stepped in the line, so they turn it over.
The ball goes to the away team.
Now Vujicic.
Well, nice job crashing the glass. You'd love to see that kind of effort.
Out left to the wing.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Here goes on Donovan Clingan.
Shooting for the away team. Baylor Shireman. Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
He couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. Here's Vujicic. Johnson outside. Now E. Here's Vujicic. To the middle. Pass to Hollins.
Ryan Hollins.
Here's Lou. Here's McDaniel.
Listen to my music. I'm from South Memphis.
Now Vujicic. Clinging with it. Here's E. And they turn it over. Stepped in the line that time.
The ball goes to the away team.
Here's Shireman. It's blocked. And what a play. Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block.
A.J. Johnson.
Here's Lou. Pass to McDaniel. Now Vujicic. Here's McDaniel. Walker with it. Stepped in the line, out of bounds there, and that will cost them the possession. Now Vujicic.
A.J. Johnson. The assist. Sasha Vujicic.
Now here's Walker. He couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover.
Team ball.
Here's Vujicic.
Sasha Vujicic.
And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Montreal. 9-point game.
It'll be a turnover.
And they turn it over. Stepped in the line that time.
One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
Sasha Vujicic.
Here's Lou. That's tipped. And they're running. And it ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Team ball.
Hartenstein with it. They swipe it. Now Montreal moving it up. Here's to Lou. And here's Hollins. Hartenstein inside. Down low. Cuts off the pass. Fast break. Here they come. He inside. Throws it up high. The visitors with the ball.
Ryan Hollins. Assistant, Sasha Vujacic.
Here's Lou. Walker in the corner. And he stepped in the line, so they turn it
The ball
over.
goes to the away team.
Here's Vujacic. Pass to Johnson.
A.J. Johnson.
He couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover.
Away team ball.
Now Vujacic.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And they turn it over. Stepped in the line that
The
time.
ball goes to the away team. Sasha Vujacic.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
Okay, I will.
Tip-off goes to Montreal. And out of bounds as Omaha gains possession. Here's Johnson. Down low. It's tipped. Here's McDaniel. Great D that time from Green.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
And any lob to Jordan is about as sure a thing as you can get. So athletic for a big with tremendous hands, and big fella knows how to get in prime position for those alley-oop feeds.
Off the inbound pass. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Long range from the inbound. It's rebounded by Montreal. And out of bounds as Omaha gains possession. And here is Omaha now. 4-point game. Gains it from downtown.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And out of bounds as Omaha gains possession. Takes a three. Rebounded by E.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Here's E. Just 5 to shoot.
Omaha foul called. Baylor Shire. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's McDaniel. Mr. Lou. Plays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Dion with a wide open look. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Tipped away and taken away by Johnson. Lobs it up for Jordan. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's E. Just 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. And another three for Montreal.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best.
Here's Shireman. And Klingon pulls it down.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Here's Shireman. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Montreal trails by 4. Pass to Walker. And out of bounds as Omaha gains possession.
Team ball.
There's 57 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Green. And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up the ledge.
Omaha ball.
50 seconds left here in the first half of the game. Didn't think that was going to go in. Shireman's got the lead up to 9 now for Omaha.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him. Well, look, plays like that are exactly why they find themselves in such a deep hole.
A 3 off the inbound. Montreal trails by 9. .32 seconds left in the first half.
Omaha foul. Baylor Shireman. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Lou. Scoreless thus far. Here's E. The 17-footer goes down.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Yeah, and once you see that advantage from the sideline, you just want to yell at him to shoot the ball.
Shireman, good.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
6 seconds left to play in the first half.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
That's the end of the second quarter with the score.
And so we conclude the first half. Omaha on top, leading by 10. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And Walker's got the ball here for Montreal. It's a 13-point game. Here's Shireman. Pass to Johnson. Now E. That's tipped. E with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul, and he still had a chance to knock that one down.
First team foul. At the line for Montreal, Tyronn Lue. 2 shots.
That's good from Lou. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line. Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough work in the mid-range area.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the
A.J. Johnson. First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Montreal, Xavier McDaniel. At the line for 2.
The first one falls. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Now here's Johnson to the inside. Here's Lou. There's the drive.
Tyronn Lue.
Johnson with it. To the paint. And here's Montreal. 11-point game. Out to the right wing. Pass to E.
Tyronn Lue.
Here's Shireman.
Baylor Shireman.
Here's Lou. Magnificent rejection. They get it back. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Johnson right side. Pass to Jordan.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Assist from Donovan Clingan.
Here's Shireman. Omaha moving the ball around. And here's Montreal. And out of bounds as Omaha gains possession.
Team ball.
Inside.
Baylor Shireman.
Here's Lou.
Omaha foul. Baylor Shireman. Third personal foul. Third team foul.
Here's McDaniel.
Xavier McDaniel.
And here is Johnson. Pass to Shireman.
Baylor Shireman.
And here's Montreal. Right wing. Here's Lou.
Tyronn Lue.
Now Johnson. Pass to Green.
Jeff Green, three.
Here's Lou. Now Clingan.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
It's Jordan on the wing.
DeAndre Jordan.
And here's Montreal. It's an 18-point game. To the middle.
Donovan Clingan. Assist goes to Tyronn Lue.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Omaha. Now here's Diaz. And so it's Omaha winning this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later. Tip-off goes to Montreal. Here's Lou. Pass to Klingon. Over Ayton. Klingon's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's Klingon. He's covered by Ayton. Here's Lou. To the paint. Here's McDaniel. Tries yet again. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Really at the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
For 2, Donovan Klingon.
And he sinks the second. And here's Toronto. Here's Banton. Inside. Ayton.
Assist from.
And Ayton throws it down.
Benton.
Talk about perfect execution. Ayton on the same page with his man there.
Walker in the post. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And so Ayton will bring it up for Toronto. Here's Banton. Pass to Shireman. And again, it's Toronto converting.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
A nice shot by Yee.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Banton. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. This is his first free throw of the game.
First team foul.
And he makes the first.
At the line for the away team.
He's off on the second. Left side Walker.
It'll be a turnover.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Here's Banton. Got a hand on it. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Montreal on D. It's a 3-point game. And Klingon pulls it down. Seven-foot shot. Again, Montreal scores.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Pass to Shireman. And again, Toronto no luck.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
Checking in for Toronto, A.J. Johnson.
And it's Jones with the ball for Toronto. Pass to Shireman. All sorts of time. Again, Toronto. Montreal trails by 3. Here's Lou. Hits from the high post.
Okay, let's throw out the analytics for a moment. When he's taking the mid-range, it's a winning shot.
Johnson, wide open. He fires. Off target with his 3. On the wing, Walker. Nothing on the board. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. And so here's Toronto. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. No good on the three.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton.
Second team foul.
That is his first foul of the game. Pass to McDaniel. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
The ball goes to Toronto.
Eight seconds left here in the first half of the game. Johnson from outside. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
Toronto team.
Toronto ahead, up 1. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Walker with it. Out left to the wing. Here's Lou. Pass to Klingon.
Donovan Clingan.
tip-off goes to Montreal. Here's Lou. Five on the clock. From deep. And Hollins pulls it down.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Lou. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
The ball goes to Cleveland.
Here's Winslow. Here's Hill. Pass to Hollins. The kick out to Williams. Again, the miss by Williams.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
The ball goes to Cleveland. Coming onto the floor for Cleveland, Pau Gasol.
Here's Arenas.
Grayson Allen.
Now Allen.
Gilbert Arenas.
Nobody near Leonard. Carries it from three-point range.
Just another place you have to take Leonard seriously. He's so capable from the outside.
And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
The ball goes to Cleveland. Coming onto the floor for Cleveland, Victor Wembanyama.
Cleveland has come out of the gates quickly. Nobody near Allen. Grayson coming off an assist from Arenas.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Lou. 5 to shoot. They need this. Here's E. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Finally, after all those planks, someone comes through for him.
Well, you knew it eventually was going to happen. I mean, my goodness, a tight start to this one, but maybe that'll ignite some more buckets to be made.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
The ball goes to
out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Substitution on
That's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
To the middle. Here's Hill. And he makes good on the layup.
Assisted by
Hill's got the lead up to 10 now for Cleveland.
Inside, Hill can be a problem, finding a way to get around the defense and score the ball.
Richardson, good.
And he's not going to miss those very often. Even from deep, the D has to close out a little stronger on him.
Winslow's shot is off. And here's Montreal. Richardson right side. Pass to Burke. Some nice passing by Montreal here. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
Counted good.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Richardson outside. Pass to E. Down low. Stolen by Winslow. A finish. And Williams with the stuff.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
16.
And so that's the end of the first half. Cleveland ahead. They're up by 9. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Montreal ball.
Outside, Walker. Pass to E. Now Winslow.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Rejected by Ben Carroll.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
And it's Burke with the ball for Montreal. 7-point differential. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Ball goes to Cleveland.
That'll be a 5-second call. Tip-off goes to Montreal. Walker looking for an opening. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
Team ball.
And so it's New York with it. Here's Shireman. No good on the three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Burke. And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Lou. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
Team ball.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for New York. Here's Shireman. Rebounded by E.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Pass to Thybulle. And a dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
Home team.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Now here's Walker. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. Here's Shireman. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Out of bounds. New York takes possession. Here's Johnson. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Home team leads.
Master Walker.
2.
Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
Home team ball.
Here's Shireman. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Richardson right side. Some nice passing by Montreal here. Clock at 6. Here's Lou. And easy 2 points on the layup.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
To the paint. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just point passing for the finish.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now, here's Burke. Here's Richardson. And it's sent back by George.
And the timing from George there on the rejection, using his long reach to turn away the shot. And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
This is why he's out there in situations like this. He stands tall to prevent points.
13 foul.
Montreal shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
At the line.
Burke hits them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
New York leading by 5. Williams for 3. It's rebounded by Montreal.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Here is Edwards. 3 on the inbound. And he's good on the 3 ball. Edwards got the lead up to 8 now for New York. Here's Blue driving the lane. They retain possession. Here's Edwards. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
And Edwards drops them both. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
For 3, Edwards. Burke looking over the floor. On the wing, Walker. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
Now into the lineup for your home team, Matisse Thybulle.
And a deep 3 from George. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so we wrap up the first half. New York ahead. They lead by 8.
The visiting team, 8.
Down low.
Ironman. Home team leads 18.
Here's Lou. George with the steal.
And 1. Matisse Thybulle. Defensive foul. Jason Richardson. First personal foul. First team foul. Matisse Thybulle.
Free throw drops in there for Thybulle. And here's Montreal. It's a 13-point game. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
Not a miscalculation. They are really their own worst enemy right now. It's why they find themselves way down.
Ironman. Home team leads 23.
Now here's Walker.
8.
Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
Home team ball.
And it's Burke with the ball for Montreal. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
8. Home team ball.
Here's Shireman.
3-point goal. Ironman.
And here's Walker.
20.
Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
Out of bounds. Home team ball. Three-point goal. Ironman. Home team leads.
Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
Out of bounds. Home team ball.
And here's Montreal.
And he needs to get himself under control here. That's 2 fouls
8.
in less than 60 seconds.
Home team foul. Johnson. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Richardson outside.
Boy, you can just see the frustration.
Oh,
Yes!
Home team leads.
Here's Lou.
37-8.
Pass to Burke. To the middle. E inside.
Jian.
Here's New York. It's a 21-2 run. Totally rolling here. Inside.
Burke.
Johnson with it.
Home team leads 39.
Now Walker.
12.
Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
Home team ball.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.
Thank you for coming.
See you later.
Tonight. We hope you had an amazing time. Get home safely, and we can't wait to see you again very soon.
Tip-off goes to Montreal. Here's Lou. Pass to Richardson. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
Team ball.
Here's Hauser. Burke grabs the miss. Outside, Walker. Out of bounds. It'll be Fort Worth's ball.
Home team ball.
To the middle. Here's Hauser. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
3-second
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Puts up a deep three. Another three for Fort Worth.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Burke. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Home team ball.
Here's Hauser. It's rebounded by Montreal. The kick out to Walker. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Violation. Home team ball.
Pass to Hauser. For the 3. They get it back. Second chance shot. The shot, no good.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Now, here's Walker. Shot clock at 6. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Home team ball.
Up top, Curry. In the corner, Vanderbilt with it. 6 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Pass to Hauser. Fort Worth with another miss.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Poke loose. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker.
Coming onto the floor for the away team, Alexander.
And here is Fort Worth now. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. 3-pointer. Hauser misses.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Here's Alexander. Following the three-point basket by Fort Worth.
Home team ball.
Out of bounds, it'll be Fort Worth's ball. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for Fort Worth. Leading by 5.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
On the wing, Jason Richardson. From 18 feet away. Here's E. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Curry with the bucket.
And Dale Curry is a sniper of snipers. Lethal, fearless, shooting from the perimeter. Got to get out on him.
Now Fort Worth with it. They're on a 13-3 run right now.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Pass to Richardson. From 13. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Richardson's got his first basket.
Boy, I like how quickly he threw the bounce pass there. Hard to defend against that.
That's the end of the first half. With a score, your home team, 15. The visiting team, 5.
It out a bit.
D'Anthony
And here's Montreal. It's a 13-point game. And D'Anthony Melton picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Lou. Richardson outside.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Out to Stoudemire. And so it's Montreal now. Richardson outside. Inside.
Gian Leon.
And here is Murray. Now Richardson.
Gian Leon.
Murray with it. Pass to Iguodaro.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Fort Worth. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Lou.
Teron Lou.
Now Fort Worth with it. Now Melton. Back to Murray.
I'll tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Jason Richardson. Away team foul. Burke. First personal foul. First team foul.
The first free throw is good. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Alexander.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Hartenstein. to the paint.
Sam Hauser.
Alexander in the post. Out of bounds. It'll be Fort Worth's ball.
Yeah, this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Away team foul. Gian Leon. First personal foul.
The first one falls.
Now at the line, Sam.
And he makes both free throws.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Here's Lou. Pass to Burke. Here's Richardson. He's covered by Hachimura. Back to Burke. Clock at 6. Driving to the basket.
Isaiah Hartenstein. First personal
And
foul.
that one falls for Burke.
Second team foul.
Burke hits them both.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Here's Lou. Pass to Richardson. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Now Hachimura. Richardson covering. Here's Lou. Now Fort Worth with it. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Fort Worth moving the ball over. And here's Montreal. It's an 18-point game. Out of bounds. It'll be Fort Worth's ball.
Home team ball.
Curry looking around. And here is Burke. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
Gian Leon. Assist from.
And stolen by Richardson.
Teron Lou.
Now Vanderbilt. To the inside. Here's Lou. Pass to Richardson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for Montreal. Vanderbilt with it. So Fort Worth wins it. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening. Chicago to start out. Pass to Hollins. And Hollins with the stop.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Now E. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Here's Humphries. Pass to Vujicic. Three-pointer. Another three for Chicago.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
It'll be a turnover.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. It's been a quick start here for Chicago. It's a 5-point game. Fires the three. Rebounded by E. And here's Montreal. Walker in the post. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Chicago ball.
Here's Vujicic. Johnson outside. Another three for Chicago.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Outside, Walker. Four on the clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Chicago ball.
Vujicic up top. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Now E. And that one drops. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Lou. Softly drops in the floater. Lou's got his first bucket in this one.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop. Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. Here's Burke. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Vujicic. Another three for Chicago.
The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
Chicago ball.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. And so here is Chicago. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Montreal trails by 9. Here's Richardson. Right block shot. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Johnson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul. First
trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for Chicago, A.J. Johnson. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And Johnson drops them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Outside, Walker. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Yeah, another miscalculation. They are really their own worst enemy right now. It's why they find themselves way behind.
Chicago leading by 11. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Sinks the triple. Johnson's got 10.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Now, here's Richardson. No scoring in this one. Can they get it?
Jason Richardson.
And it's good on the way in.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
That's the end of the
And we've reached halftime in this one. Chicago leads by 12. And we'll be back right after this. Burke with it. It's Richardson on the wing. Pass to Lou. And here's Humphries. Here's Lou. Just 5 on the clock.
You just gotta love watching a big man hustle on the glass. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
Johnson in the corner.
Tyronn Lue. Assist goes to Jason Richardson.
So it's Chicago now. Pass to Hollins. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And here's Montreal. A 12-point game. And stolen by Hollins. Inside.
Ryan Hollins.
Here's Lou. Now here's Burke. Pass to Richardson.
Jason Richardson.
Now Vujicic. On the wing, Johnson. And so it's Montreal now. Richardson right side. Burke with it. Pass to Lou.
Tyronn Lue. 3.
Here's Shireman. Here's Johnson. Guarded by Walker. And here's Montreal. Pass to Richardson. Burke looking over the floor. Here's Lou.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Johnson with the bounce pass. With the drive.
Montreal foul call. Jason Richardson. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Chicago, Ryan Hollins. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Hollins.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Chicago ball.
Here's Chicago. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points.
Sasha Vujacic, 3.
Here's Lou. Richardson outside.
Jason Richardson.
Now Vujacic.
Sasha Vujacic, 3.
And Walker's got the ball here for Montreal. It's an 18-point game. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Chicago ball.
And here is Johnson. Chicago calls timeout.
Chicago timeout call.
Timeout. Starting.
All right, fans, let's hear it for your Chicago dancers.
Chicago calls timeout.
Chicago timeout call.
Starting.
T-shirt time!
Chicago calls timeout.
Chicago timeout call.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
Who wants a free T-shirt? Make some noise!
Now, here is Humphries. Here's Shireman.
Baylor Shireman.
Burke with it. Pass to Lou.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoided fouling and got in perfect position to alter that shot.
Here's Lou. Now Burke. Richardson outside. Now Burke.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Here's Shireman. Pass to Humphreys. To the left side wing. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Burke.
Yeah, the defender all over.
A.J. Johnson. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Montreal, Yi Jianlian, taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Lou. Takes it inside.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
Jason Richardson.
Here's Chicago. 22 is their biggest lead.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Chicago ball.
And here's Edwards. Driving the lane.
Edwards with the slam.
Here's Lou. Pass to Richardson.
Jason Richardson.
Now here's Perkins.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Did a great job closing the gap, making the shooter feel uncomfortable.
Pass to Richardson.
Jason Richardson.
For 3.
Perkins with it. Murray outside. Here's Lou. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And here's Montreal. 17-point game. They double team Walker. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Here's Lou. Into the lane. To the inside.
Yi Jianlian.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for Chicago. Perkins inside.
Montreal foul.
And really the defense fouled him there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
First one falls for him.
The line for 2.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really
Chicago,
put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.